Hey there, welcome to the final, the end hiker homily for the year 2021. And it's been quite a year, hasn't it? A better year than 2020. Let me tell you that. Um, yeah, I mean, compared to other hikers, I'm sure my numbers won't seem impressive. Then compared to others, they should be pretty good, but they're definitely better than 2020 because 2020 really, I mean, everything was canceled. Not a whole lot going on there. Now, we had our share of cancellations this year. Unfortunately, we'll get into that in a minute. But for now, we're just going to kind of review 2021. What I consider a pretty decent hiking year for me. Not bad, considering I have a lot of family commitments and fun things like that. A lot of stuff went on this year family-wise. And, of course, the wind is going to come up. But I lost track. So getting back on track. 179.5 miles for this year, which I know for some of y'all is probably just a drop in the bucket. You guys, some of y'all just do thousands of miles in a hiking season, at least hundreds. No, 179.5, that's not bad for me. Some of it is just simple miles. Just every week I'd get out at least once a week and do a few miles here and there on one of the local levee paths or trails, or Cosumnes River Preserve is one of my favorites to just kind of walk, things like that. And then of course I did a lot of the actual hikes and stuff that I put on the channel and showed there. And there was definitely more content there than there was in 2020, so I'm really happy about that. Speaking of that content, let's take a quick look at what we did this year. I went to Black Diamond Regional Preserve, did the Ridge Trail there. That was a lot of fun. Was really happy. I hadn't hiked in a while for that, and before that, and there wasn't a whole lot of hiking there. And so the fact that I was able to just kind of get up there, I had my huffing and puffing going. I was winded, but I did it. I got up there, and it was great. So that was really neat. After that, we did a camping trip at Salt Point State Park, and I hit a couple of trails there, including their Bluff Trail, which was really nice, and the Pygmy Forest Trail, which was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. If you haven't seen them, head down to the day hike section I have on my channel and check those out. Same thing for the Montano de Oro. I did a whole week with my wife down on the Central Coast, and she and I did a lot of fun hiking together, including Montano de Oro State Park. Their Bluff Trail there was amazing, beautiful. The tide pools that I got some good footage of, a lot of fun, really incredible. We also, in that same area, the Elfin Forest, that was a fun little hike. That was a short hike, but a fun one. Same thing with Pine Mountain, that was good. And I did do one of my few backpack trips that I did get going this year was the Truckee Round Valley, little Truckee to Round Valley and back little trip, little two-nighter on the Pacific Crest Trail, and that was a lot of fun. It was good. It was in lieu of another trip that I had planned with the hiking club that I'm part of here in the valley. We were going to go from Truckee to Sierra City on the PCT, much longer, like a 5-day trip and things like that. But unfortunately, that completely got canceled. A whole bunch of us had some other issues and things like that. And yeah, it just didn't work out. And that was kind of the theme for a few trips, because I also, unfortunately, had planned on, in October, a nice trip with John Wimmer to do the Rim to Rim Trail at the Grand Canyon, and unfortunately we were not able to get permits for that. It just was one of those things. It was just crowded. There were tens of thousands of people trying to get permits, and we were just not able to do it with that kind of competition. It's unfortunate. Hopefully we'll be able to do something next year, John. Looking forward to it. We'll see what happens, and if not that, maybe we'll figure something else out. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that was unfortunate. But as it turns out, something happened in my private family life right about that time that I would have needed to be home anyway. So, fate, it works in weird ways. And there it was. Instead of being gone, I was there to be there for the family member that needed me to be there and things like that. So, hey, that's how it rolls and things like that. So, this will be the last Hiker Homily for the year. There'll be a few other videos coming out before the new year, I think. I've got a fun blooper thing because, boy, I've made a few this year. And I've decided, unlike past years, that I actually, instead of just erasing those, I've collected them. I'm going to put them together just because, it's fun. I like blooper reels when I see them from other things. And so I figured, I'll put that out there, see if it interests anybody and things like that. So I'll have that coming up. But as far as most of the content for this channel, I'm going to be taking the rest of December off for the holidays with my family, and we'll pick it up again sometime in January. And for me, the hiking season doesn't start until the rainy season around here is completely over for the most part. So that's usually like late February, early March. I'll start picking up more stuff on the trail. And I'll do a whole video, of course, coming up in January about what I'm hoping to do for the year. I do that every year so you can kind of see what did I get done and what did not get done. And I know there were a few, and I'll mention those, and we'll slate them for next year and see if we can get that to work. There's a couple of trails that, boy, I really want to do, but for whatever reason, just family reasons, stuff like that, just have not been able to make it out there to some of these trails. But I'm going to keep putting them on the list and keep trying to do that. But as for this year, I still consider it a success as far as hiking goes. Definitely when you put it up against a year like 2020, where some of the outright trails were closed, and if the trails weren't closed, the trail heads and the parking for them were closed, which made it pretty much difficult to actually get on that trail. So I didn't do a whole lot of anything 2020. So this year, hey, it's a triumph as far as I'm concerned. I actually got out there and got a lot done. So I thought it was pretty good. I hope you like the content I put on the channel. There'll be more hiker homilies coming next year with a lot of different subjects. I still have to finish my series that I've been slowly trickling out on the Leave No Trace principles and things like that. And this is Mickey right here. Here's a cutie. I'll have hopefully a lot more hikes to do and all that kind of stuff planned. But like I say, we're going to talk about that in a whole different video coming up next month in January. But to kind of close out this year, I thought it was pretty good. I think I talked about some interesting things. Some subjects came up that were pretty interesting. I hope you found them interesting as well, and like the content, and especially like the different hikes I put out there. And I'm hoping for even more mileage next year and a lot more fun, a lot of different trails. So this is 2021 signing off, basically. That's the end of Hiker Homily for this year, and I hope you have a great holidays. And there's no war on Christmas here. I think I've said this before. In my household, we celebrate several different holidays during this month, so I say happy holidays. For those of you who do celebrate it, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, joyous Yule, and we'll see you after the new year in 2022. Take it easy, everybody.